Hello, everyone.
Howdy. Again.
Again for Andrew. Howdy, first time for me. Um,
What?
I know. What's happening, everybody? What's going on? What is
Double Stuff
this?
Tuesday?
Oh boy, let's about making that a thing. Um, Sorry, my
I think if
phone
we
is,
Google that, you might get some interesting.
yeah, and that's not going to be a hashtag we're going to use.
No.
um, so I got home from my other job and went immediately to
College?
to the cottage to film with Jen.
How is that?
That was good. She's making some nice wire wrapped earrings. We kept it nice and short and sweet. She prepared part of it before, and it's a magic of TV time, right? So it's going to be good. I think you're going to enjoy it. Cheryl says we meet again. Yes, yes. So it's a late night live in addition to the afternoon live. So Andrew today started working with you all, showing you how to do Kumihimo, basic stitch, basic Kumihimo, and didn't finish.
I'm still doing it.
He's still working on it. He took a little break to make some dinner, and then he's still working on it. So what we're going to do tonight is we're going to show you some more of those 25% off inspiration kits from our collection. And I have lot numbers for them all. So we're going to do it lot number style, just like we did on Monday. So the way that works is I will show you a piece of paper with the lot number. It'll have the old price. I did this so you can see your savings now. You'll have the old price crossed out with the new price. That's the price you'll pay. And then down below, if it has a number in a circle, that's the number of them that we have. If it has no number in a circle, there's only one. So we're going to go through those. We're going to start at CK51. We left off on CK50 the other day with when we did cabochons and kits. Now we're doing Kumihimo and kits. We got this alliteration thing going on this week.
Maybe
I don't know if we can.
Don't do KK.
I know, I gotta be careful. But I don't know if we'll be able to keep the alliteration up all week. But
Maybe we'll do. I'll look real fast for some cabochon.
So, but anyway, we're going to continue with the CK lots just so it's easier for me on the same spreadsheet. And I hope you like these. So we're going to start with the kits tonight while Andrew continues to finish the main part of the Kumihimo stitch that he's doing. And then he's going to walk through with you, hopefully how to finish it. If not completely how to finish it, at least take you through the process of what you would do to finish it. There's some glue involved, and we haven't gotten to the point where we can get that glue on and dry already. We hoped to be at that point, but we're not yet. So if nothing else, he'll take you through how you would finish it up to that point. And what are y'all doing? How are you all? That's how I should start out, right? How are you all? I like to give you a quick, here's what we're going to do. But I had my other job today, so I was there all day and was working on a lot of different cell flyers, virtual cell flyers that we do. And that was pretty much what my whole day was made up of. I enter things onto a database too to help them out, and I had some of that work today to do. But really, my day was that and driving. It's 30 or 40 minutes away. I stopped and saw my mom today, which was really nice. It's usually, she lives very close to my other job. So whenever I go there, if she's around at the same time that I'm passing through, I try to stop to say hello. She's had a little bit of a hard week, so I just wanted to stop in and check on her. And then drove back, went to the cottage, filmed with Jen, got a Saturday morning tutorial coming up for you this Saturday morning at 8:30 a.m. We have a different crowd probably tuning in right now. So if you don't know who we are or what we do, we're Allegory Gallery, and we're in our home office. That's why we have this background. Normally we film it at the store or at the cottage. But we sell beads and jewelry and art and home goods and lots of other things. But we have a large variety of things in our online store at allegorygallery.com, and I think that's up here. And then we also have a physical store located in Ligonier, Pennsylvania. That's 60 miles approximately to the east of Pittsburgh. And we've had that store since 2011. And this weekend, this past Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we were celebrating our 12th anniversary. We've been in business since 2011. And yeah, here we are. We're continuing with the 12th anniversary celebration or campaign. And we're going to do some of those 25% off kits. So we gave you 25% off this past weekend if you missed it. We're doing now this week on Monday, we're doing kits at 25% off. And also tonight, kits at 25% off to keep going with that. If you didn't see the Monday video with all that in there, check it out. Go back, watch, because you can still claim those kits until generally about the end of this week. So once the end of the week comes, those kits will either be disassembled or taken into the physical store where they will go back up to regular retail price because there's nothing wrong with them. We just discontinued them from our online store in order to provide our physical store with some of these kits. Whew.
Yeah, we also, part of our celebration, we were giving a bunch of kits away as prizes. And that's when people were like, I didn't see that. I didn't see that.
Yeah, we had a lot of people being like, I never saw that kit before. Or I saw that kit, I made stuff with it, I sold that stuff, and I want more of that kit. That happened too. So that's why we're going through our stash of discontinued kits, finding the ones that we still have that we didn't disassemble already or take to the physical store. We're slashing the prices on them just for this 1 week, one more time, and
that's the last chance for real.
This is truly last chance. These are going to go into the physical store or be completely disassembled to use the materials in new kits or in new projects. Or back to Andrew's stash in some cases.
Correct.
When he sees something that he said I should have never put on sale.
Correct.
So, how is everybody? Susie's here. Hello, Susie. And of course, Cheryl again is here. Michelle has tuned in. Hello, Michelle. How are you all doing? I didn't get to talk to you today. I told you about my day. Now you tell me about yours. Hit us up in the comments. We'd love to hear. If you are new to us, you may not know, but we definitely like to get to know you. We get to chat with you. We like the interaction. We're not those people who, when you type a comment, you say, I'm giving up because they never read my comments. We read almost every comment.
Sometimes.
We try to.
Sometimes I go too quick.
Yeah. But, well, especially during this time right here, the beginning, we try to read a lot of those comments. Once we get into the show, sometimes it's a little harder, but.
You know, if I'm doing a tutorial, I don't get to respond as much.
Yeah. But now this is our get to know you time. So we spend sometimes an hour and a half getting to know you. We're not going to do that tonight.
I'm hungry.
We're hungry. We have not eaten yet dinner today. And I'm tired. There's a lot of driving, a lot of mental fatigue today making these cell flyers. So
we also started a new series watching.
Yes, we did. What was it called? I still didn't get the title.
Queens of, is it mystery or murder?
Probably murder. Queens of Murder, Queens of Mystery.
It's about a trio of mystery writer sisters and their niece,
Matilda,
who's a police officer, DCI Matilda, and they solve crimes related to mystery books.
Yeah, and it's like every 2 episodes so far, they actually solve the crime. So they go through it, you get halfway, and then you have another episode, and you get the solve. And then there's a bigger story going on throughout all of it.
We watched a couple episodes of that last night.
Yeah, so we watched that. That was fun. Let's see here. Susan, our neighbor, all good here. We could wave and say hi across the street there.
Probably.
I know, right? Cheryl said, enjoyed the evening walk to unwind from work, and now I'm working on my Kumihimo. Thanks for asking. Thank you for telling us. I'm glad you, I hope you enjoyed the Kumihimo tutorial earlier. Andrew told you this earlier, but one of the reasons we did this, we've done Kumihimo tutorials before, and if you looked really hard, you might be able to find it. But we've done hundreds of lives. We do a live every weekday. That's why I say you gotta look hard, because sometimes twice, like today. So pretty much for the last 3 years, almost every weekday we've done a live.
One day when we did a live every hour for 24 hours.
Yeah, which was pretty much, because we talk and we're long-winded, it was pretty much almost a 24-hour live.
With small breaks in between.
Small breaks. So what was I saying? So the reason we're doing it is I have a page called William Tries Things, where I try new things and I try to encourage people to try new things, and I kind of try to document my adventures trying these new things. And I'm in this series of trying to post a photo a day and talk about my day. It doesn't have to be of me or of what I'm doing. It could be anything in my day. And so I was talking about, at one point, I was helping Andrew with a project and relearning Kumihimo myself. And
to use an alternative material also.
Yeah, he was working on a project for alternative materials, and we were using actually old shopping bags that were all tied up and made into long strips that we could Kumihimo. It actually comes out looking really good. And you wouldn't tell they're shopping bags once it's all done. But I posted that picture as one of my daily things, and a lot of people were saying that they've either never tried it or they wanted to learn it. So I mentioned to Andrew today, because when I think of an idea that he might be able to do easily and it doesn't take up an extra large part of his day to get the live ready, I try to do that. And so I said, hey, people are talking, they want to hear this, they want to see this, maybe try that if you want. And so he said, okay. So that's why we're doing the Kumihimo today. And so if you missed the first part of this video, it happened about 5 o'clock earlier today, Eastern time. And you can check that out on our YouTube or Facebook page, YouTube channel, Facebook page.
Watch it on the replay on YouTube, though.
Yeah, if you watch the replay on YouTube and watch those ads, it helps us. But you can, sometimes it's a little easier to rewind and fast forward and all that. If you want to fast forward through all our talk at the beginning, you can do that and get right to the tutorial. It's really easy, generally on YouTube. But anyway, you can watch them either place, whatever you feel more comfortable with. And but watch us live and then go back and watch that one maybe.
Yeah, don't turn it off now.
Don't turn it off now, because we're going to show you some kits. And you want to get in. Some of these kits, there's only one. So you want to be that first email that gets sent in to us. So that's how we do it. I put the piece of paper down, has a lot number on it. You take that lot number, put it in the subject line, it's the easiest way, of your email, and send the email to info@allegorygallery.com. I believe it's up here, and it's scrolling across the bottom here with all these instructions on how to do that. And then
also, here's another kind of a housekeeping note. If you have a question about a certain thing, try to be as specific as possible. So if you say, do you have beads? The answer is yes.
That's a quick email back. Yes.
But we had somebody ask about a certain kit, but they didn't say which kit. And so it took us probably 30 to 45 minutes tracking down.
They said I ordered this kit. It helps any type of customer service. And being on this side of it, I'm going to give you a helpful hint. It helps if you say where you bought it. Did you buy it? Like, I don't know, did you buy it in store? Did you buy it through one of our live sales? Did you buy it in the online store? If you remember any of that information, let us know, because for us to look that up, 3 different locations, 3 different ways to look that up depending on where it was sold and how you bought it. If you have an order number, perfect, even better. Tell us where you got it and what the order number is.
I have a creepy memory, so if I sold it, in theory, I can remember. But
Andrew doesn't sell much anymore.
I do too.
Well, not to. Well, you would know the product if you saw the product, but if they're just talking about an order, you don't deal with orders at
If it's
all.
an order, I wouldn't know any of it.
Yeah. So just always give as much information as you can.
It's like when you go to the library and you're like, "Oh, I think it had a blue cover," and then
they're like, "Good luck."
They're like, "There's a lot of books with a lot of blue covers."
Yeah, because if I can't find it, if I spend too much time trying to find it, I'm going to write you an email back and say, "Hey, can you give me this? Do you know where? Because I can't find it."
Yeah, so the more information you can provide, the better we can
Perfect. Right.
help.
Yes.
You don't have to do like a biography.
I don't need to know what you were. I don't need to know what you were doing the day you bought it, and what the weather was like when you picked it up from the mail.
My moon sign is.
Yeah, but related to the order, easy. Michelle says dinner tonight will be pork loin. Used to love that. Sally says, "Hi all. I'm major organizing, packing up old VCR tapes to take to Goodwill so I can put my assorted beading supplies where I can actually find them. I'm very excited about it." That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Good job, because that's not easy. Hello, Vanessa. Says, "Hi, everyone, and we are back. We are back. And we've got 15 people watching right now, so hit that share button wherever you are and share this with your friends. Get them in here. Because don't they deserve kits at 25% off too?
Unless you don't like your friends.
Unless you hate your friends, right? Then you don't want to give them kits.
You want your friends to suffer.
I know. When they see all these brilliant kits you're getting and they're like, "Hey, where'd you get that?" And then you have to tell them that you got it on sale and didn't include them. My friends wouldn't like that, everybody.
They're like,
they're like 15, 14, 13, 12, 11 as our numbers go down.
They're like, I can guilt trip myself.
He's like, I can go, what's that word?
To wash my hair one spoon at a time.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't tell them why we're doing these sales also. So our 12th anniversary campaign is all about all of our projects that we're working on in our 13th year of business. And we're super excited about all the things that we're working on. And one of those things is getting the new space up and running this spring. Maybe if we have enough stuff, we'll do some pop-ups before the official opening. And one of those things of getting the space ready is doing a tool buyout. Mm-hmm. And we've been working on these deals. I feel like that's one of the things that my job is to hunt down deals and find a way to stretch our money. And so we found some really amazing deals that will benefit not only us, but other people as well. And so... Doesn't
everybody love a deal? I do.
Yeah, I know. I love a deal. So, and we've talked about this extensively. So if you've been watching before, then you know about the deals that we've been making or are working on currently. I'm also getting ready to go to Aramont, which is a school in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. And I'll be away for a week, probably 2 weeks when you think about all of the driving to and from. And I'm going to make stops along the way. So this will help fund that trip as well. And that trip's coming up pretty soon. So we have about 10 days to fundraise. And I'm a little bit nervous.
Mm-hmm.
But whatever.
Ooh, Barnaby. We have Facebook user joining in. I'm sorry I can't see your name. Facebook has not approved that apparently. So you can go to StreamYard.com/Facebook and you can hit that little let me see and to let me see. Jane has joined us. Hello, Jane. Says, "Hi all, looking forward to seeing what you guys have cooked up Kumihimo wise." we are doing basic Kumihimo stitch, just teaching a basic for people who have never done it before or who need a refresher like I did. But Andrew then is going to hopefully turn it into something. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Suzanne says, Barnaby, heart, 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 heart. Cinnamon says, hello, Barnaby. I had to send him. He was trying to crawl up on our cloth that we have to show you things, and I'd rather it not have cat hair all over it.
Correct.
So he's gone now, but he'll probably be back. He usually stops back in. Send him Cinnamon's love.
Gilbert's relaxing.
Gilbert is relaxing by the window, the open window. It's so nice out right now. It's been beautiful here lately. Today was a gorgeous day. All right, let's not take too long here because I could talk forever because I didn't see you all yet today. But I'm going to flip the camera around. I'm going to turn on the other light, and we're going to look at some kits. I don't know if we'll get through them all today. We'll see. But I have like 30 kits.
Let's do it.
So let's get started. All right, let me flip this around. You're going to see the ceiling for a brief moment, or maybe a not so brief moment, while I readjust this stand.
One day we'll be fancy.
We could be fancy, but it just see that he's like, there's the why we're not fancy. He's like, I don't want to do it.
Nah.
I don't really want to learn anything new.
Yeah, I got enough. I want to learn crafts. I want to mess with the computer. You know, though, somebody was like, "Oh, I can show you this program in my room," and I was like, I'm not gonna remember this."
He's like, "That's not for me."
No, I was like, "If William was here,
totally would have done it."
But me, I'm like, eh.
Okay, how am I gonna do this?
Grab a beverage instead.
Okay, these are the other ones. These are.
Our room is getting taken over. Did you notice I tried to clean out this room a little bit?
No. Unfortunately, I didn't notice.
Well, I did.
Okay. Okay. I need a space to put the done kits. There we go.
Good luck.
I know.
Do you need a container?
It would be helpful. That would be perfect, actually, I think. See, we're so prepared, everybody.
We're more prepared than we're not.
It's true. I did already number and do all the kits, so that's pretty prepared, I'd say. All right. And if you're just tuning in, we're starting at CK51 because we did 1 through 50 the other day.
Did y'all like that?
Did y'all like that? I hope so.
Do you like cabochons? Because if you like cabochons, I'll find more for you. I have a bunch that I'm never going to have time to set in my lifetime because I'm not share or a vampire.
Or a vampire. Hi, Barnaby. He's back. Cinnamon says hello, Barnaby.
I love this kit. This one I was thinking about the desert.
This is, yes. So you have the horse bead, and this is from the Allegory Gallery Fine Pewter line. If you don't know, we have our own Fine Pewter line, and you can find that at allegorygallery.com. There is a tab in the shop menu for the Allegory Gallery Pewter line. You can get this in antique silver, antique copper, or antique gold finish. Then we have check glass beads, lots of check glass beads. So you have these ones here. You have these ones here.
The tan ones are antique.
Antique. Then you have these here. These pretty and pink ones.
And they're like a two-tone.
Yeah, they have a clear, and let me see if I can get them up close for you. There you go.
They call that bicolor.
Bicolor. And then you have these check glass beads.
Those are the matte finish.
They are matte finish, actually.
I thought of that as like a beautiful like sage or cactus, desert sage, and then the pink is either the sunset or sunrise in the desert. And also the cactus blooms. Remember when we had the succulents?
I do. I miss the succulents.
Yeah, but Barnaby and Gilbert made quick work of that.
Yeah, they did.
And then, but that is exactly the color of the succulent blooms. Even that kind of matte finish too. They had that kind of almost like a powder.
And then you also get these. These are the Chinese ceramic, right?
Yeah, and I picked those because they kind of look like the petroglyphs. If you didn't see on our way to Tucson, we stopped at the petroglyph um, outside of Albuquerque, New Mexico. When I was little, we lived in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and there's a bunch of pictures from then of my family scrabbling around the rocks, looking at them.
All right. So this kit is CK51. It was $18. We are doing a special sale with 25% off, which brings it down to $13.50 only.
Wow.
And we have 3 of them available at that price. So if you like this, put CK51 in the subject line of an email, address it to info@allegorygallery.com, and hit send. It's first come, first serve. If you want 2 of these kits, put CK51 times 2. If you want all 3, CK51 times 3.
Otherwise, we just assume you want one.
Yes, if we only get one number, we're assuming it's 1. All right.
I think that whenever I make a kit, I try to focus on an image in my mind, especially something that I have a personal connection to. I feel like it makes the kit more rich. I don't know if it comes across that way to y'all, but it's something that I like to do. So it's fun for me, but also I think when you have that image in your mind, you can pull those colors and you can actually, I don't know, I use them as touchstones for different memories and experiences.
And also, everybody, if you're new here, please, in the comments, feel free to talk. We like when you talk. You say things about the kit. You like this, you like that. This is nice, that's nice. It makes us feel like we're talking to someone instead of just talking to ourselves.
I can do that.
And it's like, I'll talk to myself all day long.
I don't have a problem.
But I like to feel like you're here, everybody.
William gets bored of tears.
Yeah,
Yeah,
pretty much. So this kit was $24. It's now $18. It comes with this Allegory Gallery fine pewter in antique gold, a little flower bead. So the hole goes that way. That would be top to bottom on there. And it has a beautiful flower design. And then you get these beautiful check glass beads. Table cut. In this kind of star design.
If you didn't hear, we did an interview with Linka from Raven's Journey, and she talked about how much of the hand goes into this process of working the check glass beads.
Yeah. So if you missed that interview with her, check out the interview with Raven's Journey on our YouTube and Facebook live tabs. We did it as a live so y'all could ask questions too. And then you get these check glass beads here. These have some matte beads in there, some polished beads in there. And this is a nice array of greens. And this one of my favorite strands, it's got this green with this amber.
You know what I thought about when I made this one?
What was that?
So at the base of different water, so we are lucky to live in an area where there's a lot of natural beauty. And one of the things that is really special about our area is that there are a lot of waterfalls. We actually did a retreat that was waterfall themed. And at the base of the waterfalls, there's generally like the overspray from the water hitting the rocks.
Mm-hmm.
And so it creates a microenvironment that's very lush and green. And so you see the moss that grows on the rocks. And so I thought of kind of those beds of those soft mosses and those rich verdant greens and kind of those jewel tone colors. And that table cut kind of looks like a stylized or abstract version of a moss. If you look under maybe not magnifying or maybe a magnifying glass. It kind of has that kind of look. The same with the pattern on the bead from the AG Fine Pewter. So that's what I thought. Of course, if you have your own interpretation or your own kind of ideas,
You're not wrong.
no.
You're not
But
wrong.
I think of these things when I'm making the kits.
Jane says, love the colors and textures in CK52 and the AG Pewter, of course. Thank you. So there's only one of this kit. First come, first serve. CK52, it went from $24, which is what it was on the website at, down to $18 with the 25% off. One kit available. Those strands are well worth $18.
Yeah, that one is kind of a spendy strand.
Yeah, they're both spendy strands.
One is
the sparkly one and the table cut one. Those two are both pretty spendy strands.
I mean, it is where the price is right.
Right.
Because it does require more work.
Sally said, just sent my email for CK52. Thank you. Hopefully you get it. Hopefully you get it. No one beat you to it. But if someone beat you to it, congratulations.
There's more to come.
There's lots more to come. There's lots more to come. Let me get myself readjusted here. Okay. Another beautiful green.
Mine likes green color.
I love green. Mostly any green is okay with me. So this one has these cute little vintage Chinese ceramic little rams. Aren't those adorable? The holes go top to bottom. There are 2 of these kits only. How cute is that? That's adorable. And then we do an AG Fine Pewter ram, and the ram is looking back. As you can see, the horn is here and the face is looking back. So he's looking back over his back. And the hole goes top to bottom on that one as well. That's an antique silver. We have these in antique silver, antique gold, and antique copper. And then you get this strand of a vintage check. And then these are all vintage check strands. If you don't know, we use a lot of components, vintage components in our kits.
Because I love it.
Yes. Look how green. Look at that limey green color. Oh, so nice. So
Yeah.
that CK53 was $20 for you all this week. And this will close at the end of the week. So you have until Friday or Saturday. We'll probably close it out Saturday night to claim these. If you're thinking about it, you need to think a little longer. I'll close it out Saturday night. $15 only for you all. 2 of them available.
So do you know where this inspiration came from?
No, tell us.
Wow. So we watch a show called All Creatures Great and Small.
I love that show.
It's on the PBS.
Yes.
And it's kind of gross. They do a lot of sticking hands in
Animal
places.
vets, yes, they're veterinarians.
But one of the things that strikes me about that place is it's so beautiful, and there's all these lush kind of scenery where there's green pastures, and then there's also the animals that they help take care of, and the sheep and rams grazing on there. So I thought that was nice.
Yeah, I like that. That makes sense. That makes sense. I don't always know where his inspiration comes from for these. Suzanne says, that's a great kit. Love the Rams. Me too. They're so cute.
Barnaby is fixated with my Kumihimo.
Oh, I bet he is.
His eyes turn big and black.
He's hiding in the little bin. I have a place in my office bookcase that has one drawer that pulls out, one bin that pulls out of the bottom that the cats can go into sometimes. And he's in there. He got his little body in there.
And
he's peeking out.
His mouth's hanging open.
Trying to get the Kumihimo dangling in front of him. Okay, everybody, CK54. This kit, there are 2 of them available at the discounted price of $18 each. This is a beautiful, beautiful blue kit. Look at those rich blues. So we're starting out with this vintage Chinese ceramic.
The gold luster.
The gold luster on that one. Look at those. You get 3 of those. You get this little button bead or coin bead from the Allegory Gallery Fine Pewter line.
It's like a stylized starburst, sunburst.
And that is in antique gold to match the gold luster on there. But you can also get these in antique silver and antique copper on our online store in the Allegory Gallery Pewter collection. And then, aren't these fun? These blue cord clear check glass beads. So fun. These are vintage, all vintage.
We may have run into a small problem.
Uh-oh.
The glue that you brought is dried out.
Oh no, I thought there was a lot in there. It looked like there was a lot in there.
There is a lot in there.
It's just all dry.
Dry.
Oh, I didn't even check. I just grabbed the fabric glue that I saw.
Maybe I can
have more up there. You'd have time probably to run and get it. So you get this strand of check glass, everybody. And then you get these roller check glass beads or pony beads in this kind of satiny blue color. Hello, Danette. Good to see you here. Thanks for joining us today. We're doing discounted kits and then maybe some Kumihimo stuff if we
your husband?
We get the glue to work. Yeah. How's everything going with him? I know you stopped in and said he had an appointment. You got that scheduled. So this is CK54. It was $24. It's now $18. And there are 2 of them available at that price only. If you like blues, that's a good blue kit.
This one's easy inspiration. I was thinking of the water.
He says the water. The ocean. You are a Florida guy. Originally. Got that water in you.
I know. I can't wait to go to the beach again.
All right. This kit is a big kit. This is CK55. Dennis says Dave's heart cath is Friday. I'm nervous and so is he. I thought you said it was Friday. Yeah, we're wishing you good things. Good things. So this is CK55. It was $50. It's now $37.50. And you get a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff in this one. This is well worth it. There are 4 of these available. You're going to get these purple faceted rounds in check glass, vintage check. And they have that AB finish. You're going to get the roller beads in that lovely light kind of lilac? Lavender lavender color. They may look great on screen. It's just they are a light purple color. You're going to get these check glass drukes in that purple color. You're going to get this. These are all vintage check glass strands. Vintage check ovals in a nice light purple. You're going to get these grapey little drops. Aren't those nice? And you're going to get these kind of round triangles, cones. We'll call them cones. Faceted cones.
I love those.
Yeah, these are nice. These
They're
are
so sparkling.
Yeah, they have a finish to them. And then you get these, which have blue, purple, and clear. I like these a lot.
Sparkly.
Yeah, and they're fun. So there's that. You get these S-word crystal, European crystal drops.
Premium European crystal.
Premium European crystal drops. S-word. Then you're going to get 2 lavender amethyst pieces. Everything looks clear almost on my screen. It's just the color we have in the background for these doesn't particularly work well for this kit. You get this Allegory Gallery fine pewter toggle in antique silver. These are also available in the other. You get the hawk. The hawk. I'm gonna say it's a hawk. Is that a hawk? Eagle. This is Allegory Gallery fine pewter. I don't know what it's listed under. Bird, maybe? It's a bird. You get
put a bird on it.
Put a bird on it. You get these you get 2 of these little bird beads from the Allegory Gallery fine pewter collection as well. So you get 2 of those. And then what are these ones?
Those are vintage Chinese ceramic.
Vintage Chinese ceramic. BK says it's a Maltese falcon. There you go. Falcon. That's a good one. So that's a huge kit.
You know what the inspiration for that one was?
What?
So I'm at the end of last year, I made a kit to fundraise for Touchstone, and this was the fundraiser kit. So we sold most of them, but we have a couple left over.
Yep, and we're going to do a discount, and hopefully you like them because this is well worth $37.50.
Yeah, because it was marked to price to move.
It was priced to move at $50 to try to raise money, and now $37.50. There are 4 of them available only left, so get yours now before they are gone because I don't think these are going to last. This is a big kit.
How many strands are on there?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 strands, 2 large gemstones, S-word crystal drops, and a bunch of stuff from the Allegory Gallery fine pewter line.
Yeah, I think you're getting an excellent,
yeah,
excellent deal.
Yeah. Yeah, because the S-word crystal, that's about $11, $12 for those 2. Even at $6 a strand for these, which would be cheap for some of them. You're getting a good deal, everybody.
So those were inspired by some of the, I don't know. I was kind of focused on the kind of feeling of Touchstone and watching the birds and.
Oh, Danette says, I ordered one of the CK55. Thank you. Thank you. That's a good choice to make. That's a nice.
That one?
Yeah, that's this one.
That's good because you have a lot to work with.
Yeah. You will be using that kit for a while. That's one. I mean, each one of those strands could be close to a necklace. It would be, or a bracelet. I mean, the spacers. You could make 7 bracelets out of that with some spacer beads.
It's a good value.
Yeah, it is.
I'm surprised we have. I thought that sold out, so we might have pulled it. I don't know because I thought we forgot about it.
I did too. I was surprised to see it. Jeanette says it's very pretty. Now this one, from $17, everybody, down to $12.75.
What is it?
How do you get a kit for $12.75 anymore these days?
Well, there's those ones I used on the back of my creature.
Oh yeah, these green ones. I don't want to move it because
You
it's.
can pick it up.
Is it okay? So this is Andrew's creature he's seed beating, and those are the green and white ones he used.
Vintage glass.
Yeah. So let me show you here a little bit what you get. Let's move these around. I try to combine everything a little bit so y'all can see a little easier what you're getting. All right. So you're gonna get the little hedgehog from the Allegory Gallery Fine Pewter collection. Super cute. So that's an antique copper. You're going to get our antique copper flower toggle. So you're getting that. Then you're getting these ruler beads here and these ones here. And you're getting these vintage glass beads like the ones Andrew used. And then you're getting a whole strand of this vintage check glass in the yellow with the gold metallic.
Yeah, those ones are expensive. They're no, I should. How do you call that? It's worth a lot.
They are a little precious, right?
Normally, those are expensive.
So
like that by itself is $12.
Yeah.
Not, I think $14 in the physical store.
Danette says, I got a couple of those little hedgehogs. They are so adorable. They are so adorable. Good. I'm glad you enjoy them. And okay, Danette's just saying hi back to Michelle. Don't want to miss any comments. So $12.75 only. That's a good deal. There's only 2 of these available, everybody. Only 2. And these are good colors. Yellow and green and copper.
You know where that comes from?
Where does that one come from?
So we watched this show called Gardener's World.
Oh, we love Gardener's World.
And there's the host is the main host is named Monty Don.
Monty Don. Who doesn't love Monty Don?
If they did, I don't know, and we're probably not friends.
Right?
Because Monty Don is like my life coach. He's like, if it doesn't work out, try again.
Right.
Anyway, or he was like, you know what? He was very, very encouraging and very mellow.
Yeah.
As when I'm kind of like in a twist, I will watch that, and it puts me at ease, and that also makes me want to garden. So over the pandemic, we watched that pretty much nonstop.
Yeah, we did a lot. And if you watch it when it airs, he tells you what to do for the season you're in. He gives you weekend homework.
Yeah, so it's actually useful.
Yeah.
Because I don't actually know what to do. You know, I kind of know, but not like directly.
Yeah.
Anyway, so in his garden, he has hedgehogs. And so I thought of this like garden with green, with little yellow flowers, with the little hedgehogs playing. They come out at night. So
Isn't that cute?
yeah. When I was in middle school, one of our class pets was a little hedgehog. And we used to it basically slept whenever we were there. But
I don't think I ever had class pets. I don't think any of our teachers ever did class pets.
it was not, that teacher was not popular.
Oh.
Because it made the room smell like a pet store.
Oh, great.
And so I had this math teacher, and she hated that teacher because the smell wafted over. Because she had all kinds of stuff. And also, some of the pets were not designed for screaming children.
No.
Like there were birds and stuff. They did not last very long.
So this kit is CK57. It was $16. Now it's down to $12. You get this Allegory Gallery Fine Pewter Buddha head in antique gold. You get these Chinese ceramic, hand glazed Chinese ceramic beads. And then you get this big luscious strand of this like glacier blue simple cut check glass, vintage check glass strand.
That's pretty.
It's a big one, and they are very pretty. There's only one of these kits available at the $12 price. So if you want it, send us that email quickly. Beat out all those other people watching.
So when I was a kid, we used to go to this, they called it Oriental store back then. It's now called an Asian grocery store. But it was called Dong Ah, and was the name of the store. I think it's still there, off of Colonial in Orlando. And they had this room where they had pottery, the ceramics. And so we had to be very, very careful going through that as children. And so they used to have these great big pots that were probably bigger than us that you probably could have climbed inside of. And they had these gold statues, Buddha statues. So there you go.
So there's that inspiration. $12 only, one kit available. That strand is like $10 at least.
I think that would make a really cool kind of stretchy bracelet.
Yeah. Oh, I just checked my email and somebody got that one. So gone, everybody. Thank you to whoever you are. I just saw that pop up. That one's gone. See, sometimes you gotta act quick, right?
You gotta be quick.
You gotta be quick.
It's like that commercial with that guy with a fishing pole with $1.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta be quick.
You gotta be quick. Okay, this is CK58. Again, only one of these available. Went from $18 now down to only $13.50. And in this one, I love this one. It's so like Art Deco. So you get these golden antique gold bead cones, and these are from the Allegory Gallery Fine Pewter collection.
If you're doing your Kumihimo with some bigger cording,
yep,
there you go.
It's perfect for that. Great size for that. You get one strand of this English cut check glass, vintage check glass in this kind of ambery brown color.
It's got that gold luster.
Yeah. And then you get these orangey ones with a gold luster. That's English cut check glass as well. Let me just hold one of those because I want you to see that color in there. Isn't that beautiful? Those are really nice. And then you get these red and gold. These look so Art Deco to me. Check glass, vintage check glass beads. So you get all that for only $13.50. $13.50. So it's like a strand and a half of English cut check glass. You get these Art Deco vintage check and 2 bead cones from the Allegory Gallery Fine Pewter line in the antique gold finish.
You want to know where that comes from?
Tell us, Andrew.
So when I was in college, in art school, they had this theater that was attached to the college, and it was this really old, kind of grand theater, and it was like an Art Deco style. And so the lobby was painted red and gold, and there was all this kind of like gold embellishments, and they had these sconces on the wall that looked just like those red and gold beads.
Yeah, these are cool.
And so it kind of, I always imagine like, I don't know, like they had these grand parties and those like, you know, roaring 20s.
Yeah, back when. And we've got multiple emails for this one. I don't know who actually got it, but we got a number of them in for that one. One of you is going to get that kit. So that kit is sold. Thank you all so much.
Yeah, I was getting nervous about paying for Paramount. I won a scholarship, but scholarship only covers part of it.
Now, this is CK59, and this is from $20 down to $15. And here is what you get in this one. Look at these. Look at these. So these are going to be hard for me to quickly take apart, but I'm going to try to sort them out.
That's a pretty one.
Yes, it is. It's very, very pretty. So let's see. Almost done, y'all. Almost done. So those all go together. These all go together. Boy, for $15. So I'm just looking my email to see if somebody just already bought it, because there's a lot here for $15. So you get these large hole vintage Czech blue and white speckle beads. I'm sure there's a name for that finish, but maybe it's not speckle, but that's what they look like to me.
It reminds me of the counter enamel on the back.
Yeah, it does. And then you get these little, I don't know if they're nut. I forget what we called them on the online store. These are Allegory Gallery Fine Pewter. And I just got a few emails for this one too. So I'm going to show it to you, but it is sold out at this point. It is sold out. But let me continue showing whoever the winner is what they got. You get these antique Chinese ceramic rondelles. We don't have a lot of these. You don't see this very much. We have the rounds and stuff. But you get those. You get these flower glass beads. Dennis says they kind of look like artichokes. Yeah, it might be an artichoke. I think they're called a nut. We just used the name that we got from when we purchased the line, and but they do look like artichokes. Whether you like those or not, I don't know. Thistles, right? Is that the artichoke? Thistle?
That's from the family.
Yeah. So you get those. You get a whole bunch of those. You get this.
That creeping thistle is my bane of my existence.
You get these Chinese ceramic. And somebody got these big, giant glass beads. I think these are Czech glass, right?
Let me see. Yeah, Czech crystal.
Czech crystal. So there you go. CK59, $15. A few people already claimed it. So we'll see who got it. Thank you so much out there.
Yeah, the inspiration for that one.
Yeah, let's tell us quick.
So when the conflict between Ukraine and Russia first started, I made a bunch of kits to coordinate with a kit that we sold to raise money for it for Ukraine. And so I made a bunch of yellow kits and blue kits and yellow and blue kits. And at the time, one of the things was like the piece. There's one missing piece here.
Oh, thank you.
And so that was the idea, is peace.
Right. Vivian says pretty. Hello, Vivian. Thank you for joining us tonight. All right, I got another one that's an individual single kit only. This is CK60. We made it to CK60.
So only 10.
10 so far tonight. We had a number of them yesterday. This is $23 originally. Oh, I love this kit so much. Down to $17.25. This is one of my very favorite kits that we've done.
I would have loved that, man.
I know. So let's start. Remember, only one of these. I'm keeping track of my email. I just already got some emails for CK60. So somebody got this, but let's show you what you got. This is a Allegory Gallery Fine Pewter Tree and Moon, or Tree and Sun, whatever you want it to be. Bead in antique gold. That's available individually on our website as well if you'd like. I believe in antique silver, antique copper, and antique gold. You get these. We took a look at these in green earlier in the other kit. You get them in blue. You get 4 of those. The table cut Czech glass. You get these lantern Czech glass beads with a beautiful Picasso top and bottom, or left and right, however you use
the
them.
The red is the more expensive because they use gold to make that color.
Yeah, this is vintage. They use gold to make red, so that's always a more expensive strand. And then you get these Saturn cut with this Picasso. Oh, look at that. Look at that glow.
like a saucer.
Sally says, darn, someone was fast for CK60. Yeah, a few people. So we'll see who got it. But thank you all so much. CK60, 1725. Oh, I didn't even talk about these. These are one of the best parts.
Those are from Vietnam.
Vietnam ceramic. Michelle says, look like videos are better sellers than pics. We sold a bunch of these. We only have this one left. So but we also did them in a video probably before, but also pictures. So this is CK60 sold at 1725 already for someone. Thank you so much. Andrew, tell them the inspiration.
So sometimes the thing that inspires the thing is the thing. So those Vietnamese ceramic, if you look at those, they've got that red, they've got that blue, and they've got kind of a yellow, which looks like that gold.
Mm-hmm.
And those were probably what inspired
The whole thing.
So if you didn't hear, was it yesterday we talked about this? Where Heather Powers, she does a thing called the Muffin Tin Challenge. I don't know if she still does it. This is back in art bead scene days, in the olden times of blogging.
The olden days.
Yeah, you didn't think that, but anyways, so there's the Muffin Tin Challenge, and so what you would do is you pick little combinations of coordinating beads that you would want to make something from, and you would work through however many little tins you had. So that's where that came from, the idea. I used to do, when I first started doing D-stashes, I used to have what's called mixed lot sales. And I also used to do these things called virtual yard sale. Because when I was a kid, we grew up, we were really poor. So we used to go to different yard sales and stuff to save money. And so I started doing these virtual yard sales because I thought it was a good way to, like, people save money, and the idea of like finding a deal and a bargain.
Yeah.
And that's before we had the store, and it's before we had. That probably, I guess maybe it was when I just only had my blog.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because usually before the store, we didn't have online sales.
I know, it was all on eBay.
And even if whether it was on Facebook, even.
It wasn't even on Facebook because I hardly use Facebook.
Yeah.
Sometimes stuff would pop up from my memories from 12 years ago, or whenever Facebook started.
Yeah.
And I used to say, I want that.
I want that. Okay, so this is CK61, down from $28 down to only $21. There are 2 of these available, but only 2. There will never be any more of these. So if you like it, send us that email quickly. You're going to get this check glass strand in this golden yellow with an AB finish.
It's fire polished.
Fire polished. And you're going to get these. People really like these ones. The vintage Chinese ceramic with that gold luster dots. These little dots, I think we had these in blue and brown, like these ones, and people love those. And then you're going to get these petal beads from the Allegory Gallery Fine Pewter collection, and the holes in those go through side to side, and those are really fun to use together. They create a really cool design if you use them together, and you can get more of those on our website in antique silver, antique bronze, and antique gold. Yeah. And then
antique copper,
antique gold, antique silver. Boy. Antique. I know. And then you get these giant. This is one of the reasons this kit is a little bit more expensive. This is a big, faceted, round check glass vintage strand.
That strand is pricey by itself.
Pricey strand.
And it's because they're bigger.
In store, this strand would probably be about $15 or $18.
18.
Andrew's like 18, definitely.
So 20.
And then you get these in addition, which is this is bronzite, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bronzite beautiful, like where do you see that shape? And they're drilled this way, lengthwise. You don't see that around very often anymore. These are old ones Andrew had in his stash.
Mm-hmm.
Vintage. So you get those as well. Andrew handed me calipers. Let's see how big these are. These are 12 millimeter faceted rounds, vintage check glass.
I love that color palette. It's like an autumn.
It's very good for the autumn. Very good for honey colors.
Mm-hmm.
Such a good
A
one.
little bit of gold in there for a little bit of bling.
Yeah, heading into the winter months, you got that nice entrance, autumn colors into winter. Beautiful for jewelry made right now.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Or anytime you want if you like that color.
Right. I do like that color. I was never a yellow person, and the more I see yellow beads like this, especially these goldeny yellows,
We
I love
convinced him,
them.
y'all.
I know. Got me.
We wore him down.
Got
Now
me.
he's an amber lover.
I do. I love it. And it doesn't even have to have the bugs in it.
Sure. You know why I like amber so much? It's probably dumb, but when I was younger, Jurassic Park came out.
Oh, I love that movie.
The first one.
Mm-hmm. We watched it. I don't know how many times we watched that movie.
I know.
All right, there are a lot of these, everybody. They were $19.50 to start. They're now $14.63 only. I don't know why there are a lot of these, because people go crazy for the ladybugs that are in these.
I think we came out with like
a ton.
We came out with so many ladybug kits all at once.
Yeah, and a lot of them sell out because these ladybugs are adorable.
There's no more of that.
So here, what kind is this?
It's ceramic.
Ceramic. So each one's a little different. And
there's no more. All gone.
How adorable are those? Like, I'm trying to show you, and they're so tiny.
You're gonna have to balance it on your finger, and then like.
I'm not good at balancing things there because they're a little roly-poly. There we go. So, but they're dang cute.
That would be great. And
get them. Yeah, they would. Let me get them all. Just there. Now you can see a little bit of every side of them. I mean, so cute. So you get those. You get these nice, beautiful purple little flowers.
They're like pansies.
They look like pansies. And then you get this big strand. This is a big strand of, what do you call that shape? That's kind of a rondelle. Kind of a, I don't know. It's a sharp rondelle is what I'm going to call it. They're kind of cones. Whoop. Kilburn. Is Barnaby already there?
Called a bicone.
That's right. Bicone. 2 cones. I'm like, 2 cones. That's a bicone.
You're going to be called a double pointy bead. Like
double pointy bead.
I worked as a tech editor for a while for different books. And so I called I helped write instructions for different books. And so I put bicones, and the editor that oversaw me changed them to double pointy beads. And I said, I had to fight for this. I was like, this is actually a thing, right?
There's a real name for this.
And if you put double pointy beads, nobody is going to be able to find this.
That's an editor that did not work in the jewelry world previously.
No, she did music blogs.
And you get these butterflies.
Check glass.
In check glass. And I also showed you the Allegory Gallery Fine Pewter, another one of these flower toggles.
I thought about a garden, like a twilight garden, with all these bugs, nice bugs,
the good bugs,
butterflies,
the good bugs,
pollinators.
So
because pollinator,
right?
I didn't clean my yard because pollinators.
Pollinators, right? CK62, only $14.63. Get them for those ladybugs, if nothing else, because those are cool. Like no one, other than people who bought our kits, no one is going to have those.
Nah, maybe some warehouse we didn't discover yet.
Right.
The undiscovered country.
Right, but nobody. Your jewelry is going to be it.
The
Right.
ladybugs is signs of good luck.
Yeah. We got a few emails for those, so thank you all so much. They're not sold out yet. We had 7 of those. So send us those emails, everybody, if you want them. There's a good chance you'll get one of those right now.
Unless somebody claimed all 7.
Yes. I didn't check that far into the emails.
They're like,
I want them all.
the winner.
I will have all the ladybugs.
I will be. You know, when we first moved to Pennsylvania, there's a picture on my blog where I had reached my hand out and all of these ladybugs flew onto it. And there was probably like 100 ladybugs on my hands.
So cool.
And then, you know, I kind of was, when we first moved here, I didn't know anybody. And it was, you know, conceptually, it was fine to move here. But, you know, it was scary, too, because I didn't know anybody and I was leaving everything behind.
Mm-hmm.
And so I thought of that as like a sign of good luck. Because when we first moved here, maybe it was in the summertime, because it's summertime.
Yeah, we moved in the winter, but that was just after we moved. This is CK63, down from $24 down to $18, and you're going to see why. This strand right here, double, triple, quadruple stuffed for what it is.
That's pretty.
Beautiful glass.
That's crystal, yeah.
Or crystal. And I'm trying to get it where you can see. It's a beautiful color. So this is like at least a double what you would normally get, sometimes a quadruple depending on how it's stranded up. So you get that. You get this vintage check glass that has the silver on one side and it reflects clear and silvery on the other side. So you get those. You get a little extra matching faceted rounds. You get a pair of those, making a pair of earrings. You get that tree and moon or tree and sun bead in antique silver this time. You get this toggle in antique silver, and you're getting these, this is foil glass?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, foil glass. And you get a number of these. This is CK63. It is $18. There are 7 of these available as well. So send us your emails. If you like this one, there's a good chance you'll get that one. I know some people are hesitant to send emails. They think they're not going to get something sometimes, but the quicker you are, the better chance you have of getting things. $18 for that. That is a deluxe kit.
So this one is either a starry night kind of vibes, or winter vibes.
Winter vibes. This might have been part of the Winter Wonderland kits, but it doesn't have to be, right?
No, you can do whatever you
Would you have immediately thought winter when you saw this? I wouldn't have, but it makes sense though too, right?
Keep it together, break it up, do whatever you want.
Yeah, there's just some beautiful blue crystals and stuff in that one. CK63. Thank you to everyone sending your emails in. I see them populating. We do appreciate it. Don't be afraid to try for something, even if there's only 1 or 2. CK64. CK64. This is down from $15 down to $11.25, even below that $12 point we had before. And it is a beautiful kit. Tallulah got to come out, I see. Somebody went and got Tallulah.
She's not been getting enough attention.
Oh, Tallulah. She needs attention. She likes attention.
She's not so liking this, but oh well.
She's so cute. Every time I come home, they're usually in the window, and I say hi to them, and she lurches her back up and pushes herself against the screen in the window to try and get to me. She's very cute. Okay, this is CK64. There are only 2 of these available. Get them quick. They're at $11.25.
Her butt hair is growing back in.
Uh-oh. These are this bronzy color metallic over these deep cobalt blue faceted vintage check glass beads. Then you get these copper plated plastic, vintage plastic, copper plated. And then you get these ruler beads, check glass. Somebody's getting a mani-pedi over there. And then you get these vintage Chinese ceramic cobalt blue beads.
It's not me.
And then you get this sun from the Allegory Gallery Fine Pewter Collection in antique copper. And you get this little round toggle from the Allegory Gallery Fine Pewter Collection in antique copper as well. So all of that for $11.25. We're not sold out yet. I just checked my email. $11.25 CK64.
I love that one.
I do too.
That one, I think, was our midsummer.
Might have been.
Because of the sun.
The sun.
The summer solstice.
Yeah, it's such a pretty, like, it's a luscious colors together.
Like cobalt blue and copper.
Copper. So nice. And please, if you're still out there, say hi in the comments. Let us know where you're tuning in from, what you're up to this evening, what has you up later tonight. I know
if you're watching and you're claiming stuff, you don't have to talk.
I know it's what 10. It's about 7 quarter till 8 on the West Coast, so it's not too late over there. It's pretty late. It's getting late over here. Let us know. This is a deluxe kit as well. This is a pretty big kit. CK65. It was $38, all the way down to $28.50 only. Crazy, right? Danette says, I'm still here. Teresa says, hello from Connecticut. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. This is a nice big kit with some expensive strands in here.
Oh, I love that kit.
So, in this kit, you're going to get the Allegory Gallery Fine Pewter Hammered Toggle in antique copper. Sally says it's 9:45 here in St. Louis. Thank you for joining us and staying up late with us.
That's not late for some people.
No.
Not late for us.
Not late for us, but
no,
I know some of y'all out there, it's a little bit late.
I know some of y'all is probably falling asleep.
And some of y'all may be tuning in from other parts of the world too. We get people from all over. So if you're tuning in from some other country, let us know too.
And Nita's not watching because they cut her power.
Yeah, I know. So these are vintage Czech, right? These ones?
Those are very expensive.
Yeah, these have that beautiful AB luster on them. These are, you don't get the whole strand of these because they are expensive beads. So you get those. You get these vintage Czech glass in this gray green. It's all like a grayish green color with the AB.
Guess what the inspiration of this is?
Maybe these ones right here. Labradorite.
That's expensive strand. Over $70 for a full strand.
For a full strand of this. So you get these labradorite, beautiful faceted rounds.
I broke it up because some people were like, I can't afford that full strand.
Yeah. And then you get these beautiful Czech glass. It's that green color with the AB finish, metallic. They're kind of like a knot. They look like a twisted knot. See that? And then this big one. Whew.
That's the King Daddy.
King Daddy. Expensive.
That's rare. You're not going to find that everywhere.
Very rare strand of vintage Czech glass, probably antique at that point. And all for $28.50.
That one strand is probably, I'm not joking, that one is probably $26. And you normally don't think of Czech glass being expensive like that, but there are certain shapes and cuts that are more expensive.
Jane says, me too, hailing from suburban Kansas City, where I think CK65 is luscious. Isn't it? That's a nice one. $28.50. And Michelle says, I'm still watching. So get your orders in if you'd like that one, CK65. Send that to us in an email. You can put it in the subject line at info@allegorygallery.com. There are only 3 of these available. If they are left over, these will probably go into the physical store at the $38 price.
I'm going to keep them, friend.
Andrew says, no, it's not. He said that one's not making it that far.
So that's inspired by Lab Direct, y'all. You couldn't figure that out.
Tallulah. 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 I'm going to be chanting your name, Tallulah. Everybody's going to want a little piece of Tallulah. Oh. Look at that little girl. She says, I'm upside down, Daddy. Hello. Hello, my love.
She's reaching something so aggressively.
I know, I haven't gotten to see her today. Hardly at all. Hardly at all. Okay, next up, CK66 from $31 down to $23.25 with your 25% off discount. That is a good discount. We don't usually do 25%. We don't usually, we're not a company to jack up our prices to the point where we can offer these kind of crazy discounts like a lot of people do. We would rather just give you a good price and be fair about everything. So when we give you 25% off, that's truly like probably better than we should do most of the time. But these are kits we took out of the online store. They will be moving into the physical store, some of them, but some of them will also come apart and go back into our collection. So in this kit, right there, half the cost of the kit are these S-word European crystal drops in this beautiful blue. So those are good money. That's probably half the price of that kit right there at this point. You get this beautiful box clasp, 3-strand box clasp in silver color with the little crystals in there. And then you get some of these faceted rounds. Who we got now? Gertie alert. And these are the silvery, clear, metallic, faceted rounds. And then you get these kind of sandblasted matte, what would be clear. They're not quite melons. They're cut like a melon. But they're in a teardrop shape. And then you get these matte blue little nuggety goodnesses here. And this is CK66, only $23.25 for that kit.
She positioned herself so she could see you.
Gertie, my sweet, have you been good or bad today? I heard you were being a little naughty.
She's just still a kitten.
Jane says, oh, the clarity of those S beads with the matte together. I know, right? Good.
Isn't that pretty?
Brilliant little combo.
I love that.
And remember, what's that?
I love the matte beads.
And remember, our kits, we call these inspiration kits because they are meant to give you inspiration, but they are not meant to make any particular project. So use them as you wish, whether that's taking them apart and mixing and matching them, adding your own stash, giving yourself a challenge to make something using only the kit. We coordinate things for you, so it takes some of the guesswork and some of the time out of your brain to have to put them together.
I like that because sometimes if you want to experiment with a particular color scheme or a different material or a different combination of things, it's a good way to do that without, spending $150
Absolutely.
on about, a whole bunch of different strands.
Right. Now this is a little bit different of a kit. This one has some wire in it. Let's see if I can. Oh, this one, I should have picked a different one. There we go. So you get some wire, you get some chain. So
that does make a particular one. He just finished talking
I know how we don't do that.
There you go.
There you go. But generally they don't. Let me get everything out of here.
There's a video somewhere about how to make that necklace.
But you don't have to. You can
Unless you want to.
Right. You can do what you want with it. If you get this kit and you want the link to the video, I'll try to see if I can find it. It might be in the listing for this kit itself.
I think it's called Lovebird.
And yeah, I think it was the Lovebird kit. And so you're getting these little pretty check glass flowers. You're getting the Lovebird pendant from the Allegory Gallery Fine Pewter line in antique gold. You're getting the large check glass flower. You're getting the Chinese ceramic, vintage Chinese ceramic hand-painted bead. And then you're going to get these tinier flowers in check glass. These are table cut check. And then you're going to get some chain and some wire and a head pin and 3 loops. So that is one of the very few kits we make to actually make something. But it went from $24 down to only $18. $18. And there are 5 of those available if you'd like to make that necklace.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like the inspirations better because you can do your own thing.
Yeah. But some people do, like to just make a thing. And these are easy when you want a project you don't have to think about too much, but you want to make something. It's a good way to do it. I don't know if I said
the video and make along.
Right. I don't know if I read that Dennis says the kits do give me inspiration. I appreciate them.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Sometimes I read your comments in my head, but it's not the time to say it yet. And then I forget if I read it out loud or not. So if I repeat, sorry.
That's a good comment to repeat anyway.
Right? Now this kit was called Belvedere.
Yeah, we went through a phase of naming all the kids.
I know.
And then I couldn't keep track of who is who. Belvedere, Mr. Belvedere this, Mr. Belvedere that.
Yeah, we're like, okay, they come in these fancy foil bags. There's only one of this one. It's only $7.50. We're going even lower than the lowest so far. It was $10, which was a good price to begin with. You get these cobalt colored check glass droop beads. These are vintage. You get these blue I don't know if it's simple cut. Looks like simple cut faceted rondelles in that
Isn't
cobalt
there a
blue.
vodka called Belvedere?
I think so.
That's not what that was named for.
And then you get, these are the blue ones I was telling you about. These, I forgot about this color actually. This is a lighter blue with that gold on it. And you get some of those, and you get the bigger ones. We have darker blue ones too that I think we showed the other day.
Did you see Gilbert haul ass over there to claim the spot?
He claimed the spot when Barnaby's gone. And then you get this vintage Chinese ceramic hand-painted or hand-glazed bead. So that's only $7.50. One of them available. First person to send us that email gets that kit. Beautiful blue color, well worth it. Oh, I forgot these too. You get these little crystal drops. And I'm going to ask Andrew if these are Czech or Egyptian. I can't remember. Are these Egyptian or Czech or something else?
They look Czech.
Czech glass drops.
If it's Egyptian, it would be more expensive.
That's what I was thinking, but I wasn't sure. I know sometimes we gave good deals to begin with on some of that stuff. Teresa says, but wait, there's more. Oh,
it's not as sparkly to be Egyptian.
There is definitely more. We have 12 more lots for you all. And then Andrew is going to show you maybe, if it's coming together, the Kumihimo. What's that?
How to finish it.
Yeah, he had to work on that. Get that glue working again.
So, no. But I did troubleshoot.
Found a substitute. All right. There's a lot of this one, but I think we made a lot of this one. This is called the Butterfly Garden. And I'm kind of surprised there's a lot of this one, but it's a pastel, and pastels are harder. They're a harder sell. Admittedly, I don't know why, because I love them more than regular colors usually, but yeah. So
I made that for TGBE.
I think it might have been. So you get this green. Is this green jade butterfly?
Carved green jade.
Carved green jade butterfly.
You're gonna be like Anna Green Gables.
Yeah, I know. And you get that, and that's drilled top to bottom, sent through the center. And then you get these AB coated Czech glass butterflies, which are really, that matte satiny kind of effect. Like they feel really good and they look really good. Love that satin kind of look. And then you get this bright green. These are those cones again, these faceted cones that are super sparkly. They have an AB finish on them as well. And just a delight. Like these are pretty rare. And then you get this, what is this called again?
Opaline.
Opaline.
Rosewater opaline.
Rosewater opaline beads. You get a whole bunch of those.
Basically pretty glass.
Pretty glass. And then you get these, and I'm not going to dump all these out, but I'm going to show you a few. These are vintage sequins. They have an AB finish. I don't know if you can see it. It's hard for me to hold these and show you. But they are pink, and they have an AB finish on them. And these are vintage sequins. You get a whole pack. I think there's 50 in the pack of those. Those would make some nice butterfly wings, right? Hello, June. June is tuning in. Thank you for tuning in, June.
Where are you now, June?
Where are you now? Are you back home yet?
She's on the world tour.
A U.S. tour, the West, the national parks. CK69. This was $12. It's now only $9 for all that. I think we sell these for $3.50. I think $5 in the online store.
That green strand.
This green strand is $9. So now's the time to get those because we priced it really well to begin with. We priced it pretty much like that. That was the kit originally. Now it's pretty much that, and you get all that for free. So $9, 8 of these available. There's a lot of them, but I don't know why. I think we just made a lot of these originally.
I think I made like 100 of them.
Yeah, there was, because it was for TGBE, and we did a lot. So there's only 8 left, which is, it sounds like a lot, but it's probably actually a little compared to what we had. June is, I just saw an order come in. Some orders come in for this, so thank you. June is in Canyonlands and Capitol Reef National Parks, Utah. Nice.
I think I saw somebody else was just there. Yeah, that. I used to joke around because I used to be in the magazine, and so we would make these kind of these comments about certain things from magazines. So I would say pink and green is for spring.
And there it is.
And then somebody was like, yeah, it is. And then I was like, oh, I was just joking. But there you go.
Pink, that was probably a spring TGBE.
You know who made a really good pair of earrings using those sequins? Laura Lee Colton.
She does a great job with the vintage sequins.
Yeah, she did these like chandelier crystals, and they're really pretty. Or chandelier earrings using the sequins.
Okay, this is Inspiration Kit Farah. This is called Farah, and this was CK70.
Oh, I love this kit, and nobody bought it.
Yeah, we have 12 of these available.
Not even one person bought it, I don't think.
And we sold a few. I think we had 15 of them or so. But for as beautiful as this is, I don't know why more people didn't buy it.
I love that one that it's like Southwest inspired vintage Chinese ceramic. It's got that really beautiful pattern. That's what inspired this whole kit.
So you get that. You get this other vintage Chinese ceramic, these little rounds in this kind of pale blue purple color. And then, Ida Bell's out now. I know. IDB. Ida Bell.
She got mani petty.
My girl, my little girl. And you get these little Chinese ceramic rondelles, which you don't see very often. I've said that twice tonight, but you've seen how many kits we've gone through, and that's all that we've had those in, too. You get these check glass beads.
They're such a cool...
They're orange with that purple luster inside.
That purple metallic luster.
Yeah.
It's so weird, but cool.
Then you get 2 pieces of this vintage glass, antique, and 4 of these purple.
Gilbert's nervous by Gertie's talk.
And then you get this fire polished check glass vintage strand. And then you get this. Now this says $3. There is no way modern times this strand would be $3.
Isn't that such a cool...
It's purple, but it's metallic. It has a light AB finish on it. I don't know. It's not flashing. That's probably why we don't sell any of it. It never flashes well on camera.
Well, we called it Farah, so and maybe you didn't have a good association with somebody named Farah. You hated Farrah Fawcett when you were growing up.
But this is a nice, like this, I promise you, if you get this kit, this looks better in person than it does on camera. It's such a beautiful strand. So that's only $10.50 right now.
Yeah, that's free.
CK70, $10.50, down from $14 originally. I think we did this in 2021. 2021, I think. So that one is a few years old. That's why the price was only $14 then.
Prices went up.
Prices have gone up, even though this is vintage. You still buy vintage stuff from people, and the price has gone up even on that.
Well, the other thing is that we stopped naming the kits after people.
Yeah.
Because nobody bought them.
Yeah, that's why we have a lot of these, because people just, I think, did not like the association with sometimes. And if you pick the wrong name, no one bought the kit. So there are 12 of those available.
It's like some of my portrait paintings that I did, portraits from the other side.
It's true.
There's one that's called Evangeline, and I love that painting. And I think people, they just don't like that name or something.
Yeah.
Because
it's a great piece of work.
She's a fairy, and she's black, white hair.
So this one is only $15. Look at all the stuff you get in here. There is only one of this one available. This is called Rosalind. This was the Rosalind kit. And people seem to like that name, I guess, because we only have one left.
I don't think I made very many either.
And this one has this beautiful, this is probably the strand that sold it. it has these check glass beads, but they have, you see this, the metallic on there that they have that just gives them that flash of purple and blue and pink and green
It's an
and yellow.
opalescent glass that's got that.
It's so pretty. So you get that. You're getting actual rose quartz beads, stone beads. So you get the rounds and you get the drop.
Did y'all watch that show, I'm Sorry? I need to rewatch
I need to rewatch that too. We should
I
all
love
watch
myself.
I'm Sorry together.
I don't know if that's no, that's not appropriate.
That's not appropriate.
No.
We've told them about it 80 million times.
I
So.
know, but there's some things that we can't. I don't want to get associated. But I thought it was hilarious. But there's things in there like she's got these gloves that have special fingertips.
So these are vintage check roller beads with that AB finish on them in that satiny pink color. Again, only one of this available, CK71 at $15 only. This was a popular one. You get these vintage Chinese ceramic. I think, are those Chinese ceramic? These might not be. They don't look the same.
I can't remember.
Okay.
There's a vintage ceramic.
Vintage ceramic.
Not from. It's not the same batch.
No, it's definitely not. And these are crackle glass. You get some crackle glass beads. You get some of these faceted rounds. You get this large, smooth round. Look how clear that is. Beautiful glass. You get this faceted round. Boy, there's a lot. I'm like pulling more and more and more. I thought it was down to the strands. Now I'm finally down to the strands. And look how long these strands are.
That's old strands.
Like, that is a long strand.
Strands.
Let me grab more. Long
That's like
strand.
20 inches.
Long strand. And it is a long strand of this beautiful, it has that kind of mercury finish on it, mercury glass finish. Fire polished glass. So you get the long strand of that, and then you get the long strand of this. Look at that sparkle.
I wish that Idabel and Gilbert would become best friends, and then they could take Halloween pictures dressed up.
Oh, our ginger and our black cat. So there's only one of these, CK71. This was Inspiration Kit Rosalind. Lots of good stuff in that. $15 only, down from $20.
You know where that name came from?
What?
Romeo and Juliet.
Oh.
I think that's right.
Rosalinda. Rosalinda.
That's the woman he's after before Juliet.
I think so. She get tossed aside. Jane says the negative effect of naming for people is really interesting, since the kitten lady says she discovered that her rescue kittens are more adoptable with people's names. Yeah, kittens with animals with people's names, people find that charming. Beads with people's names, sometimes not. Sometimes not. Gilbert, what are you doing in my box?
Birdie was crying to come out so hard.
Oh, she was. Or maybe she just wanted her sister back.
Idabel?
Idabel. IDB. That was 71. This is CK, lot CK 72. When we get up to these prices, you know there's a lot in the kit. $24 now, down from $32. You know there's good stuff in there now. So this has a lot. First, you get this raku bead. Isn't that beautiful?
Hold that up for me real quick. Is that one Maku? That's not Maku.
I don't know.
Let me look. That might be. Or that XAZ Amy.
I don't know that one. But it has this beautiful copper and like kind of that, what is that, verdigris, the green copper and verdigris finish on it. And then you get 2 S-word crystal drops. I'll take these out of the bag in this light, beautiful light purple color. So those flashy little babies there. Gilbert, flashy baby. Gilbert. What are you doing, buddy? He's snooping around back here, all the stuff.
He got interested in something.
Mm-hmm. And then you get this toggle. Beautiful little toggle.
That's nice.
Yeah, he's back here snooping around.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get these. Beautiful. I love these. Paolo. He was the nosiest cat.
Always
so
sticking
sweet.
His nose in, literally.
Yep.
He'd open stuff up and stick his head in.
He's the one that found the little drawers underneath that I have now for everybody. I keep one because of him.
Look at this one. He's trying to open that.
I know. We can't open that right now, buddy. There's too much there. There's too much there. Sweet boy. All right. And then you get these little faceted round nuggets. And then you get this big strand of this sparkly. Is it crackle? Yeah. It's a faceted crackle glass, which normally we don't see that very often.
No, because the crackle process weakens the glass. And so they don't usually do a lot extra to that, because when you facet it, it puts the glass under stress.
Yeah, all that shaking and grinding.
So that's not something that you see very often.
And then you get these. And then you get these metallic spacers or just metallic little beads. So you get all that. It was $32. Now $24. That's CK72. CK72. Now only $24. This strand alone is. I think that is a Maku. Then if it's Maku and this strand alone is like $24. Like the Swarovski, whoops, I said it. The S-word crystal is half that price. It's $12, $6 a drop usually or so. So you're getting a deal in this for sure. For sure.
I love that copper and kind of violet color.
Yeah, those are beautiful together. So
and that's a warmer kind of purple. You know how depending on how they mix the purple, it's either more cool or it's more warm. And I think this is a warmer purple, like lavendery color.
Mm-hmm. And I know on the screen it's hard to see all the purple color with this background too, but it's a beautiful, beautiful color. It's coming off almost like a pink, but these are all purple.
Like a soft, warm purple.
Yeah.
And you can get that purple on copper by heating it up and letting it cool and then quenching it when you're making like head pins. It turns this like red plant color. So I think sometimes when you look at different materials like that, you can see the different color combinations. Like one of my favorite combinations is pink and copper. And you may be thinking, what? And that's mostly because you get that rose color from when you heat and quench. The copper turns a pink color.
All right, everybody. We're heading into the holiday / Christmas kits. Or just red and green. Just red and green. If you just like red and green. This is a big kit. Down from $24 to $18. There are 4 of these available. CK73. It's never too early to make things for the holidays. You get this beautiful toggle that looks kind of like a wreath.
We're starting to think about Christmas already.
Yeah. It's not always easy.
Well, it's
good.
one of those things where we have to start way far in advance so that for people who are making stuff, they have plenty of time to make things.
Yeah. So help us out and buy these. So you're gonna get these wonderful candy-like little stripy green stripes, but they have that red and white in there as well. Vintage glass. Let me show you another one just so you can see. They are just so much fun. So they're like little candies. Don't eat the beads, everybody.
No, you're going to chip some teeth.
Right. And then you get these that are like some kind of snowflake, but also like a peppermint or something. So this is CK73. Michelle says it looks like Christmas. Yeah, so when it was made for the holiday season, for those of you who celebrate Christmas or have customers who do. And then we have these, which are kind of like roller beads, but they're in glass. That shape, that kind of pony bead, roller bead shape. And then you get these vintage check. Aren't those like these are probably antique, honestly.
Yeah, those ones are. That shape is not something that you see all the time.
Yeah, have you seen that shape before? It's kind of like a Christmas tree, right? Kind of, maybe. And then you get these nice red faceted round crystal.
Super saturated in color.
Yeah, these are nice.
Those sparkle on my eyes. They're sparkling right now.
Yeah, these like you can. I'm just pushing them on the camera, and you can see it's like 10 times that power of sparkle in person.
When those first came out at a show, we were at Beat and Button, and somebody was putting those out, and from across the convention center, it sparkled into my eyes.
If you had a whole bunch of hanks of those,
especially under those lights.
Yeah, those fancy lights.
And we were setting up the booth, and I stopped and I ran over there to see what it was. And they used to be really, really expensive. They made up some name, and they called it something. It was like red velvet.
I bet because it looks like red velvet.
Velvet crystal.
It is almost velvety. That's CK73. There are only 4 of them available. I am sure if no one wants these, they will go in the store and sell like hotcakes for the holiday season. These have never been in store before, and our students are always looking for good project kits for holiday stuff. And so we had some of our holiday Winter Wonderland holiday collection is Christmas oriented. Some you saw a lot of blue and kind of white silver for Hanukkah. We try and be as diverse as we can.
I think we did some Kwanzaa ones.
I think we did at one point, but I don't have any more of those. Okay, next up. This was Christmas Kitsch originally. And I don't know why we still have any of this. I love Christmas, but I don't know why we have any of these because they are kitschy, but it's so good. It's so good, everybody. Good kitsch. CK74. It was $31. It's now $23.25. I just like there's everything. It's Christmas in a kit. You get this little hand-painted wooden bead.
And it kind of reminds me of like what a kid would do.
Yeah.
You know?
Like it's like so cute. So you get 2 of those actually.
I put that in like that because for earrings, if somebody wanted to make some ornament earrings like that.
Yeah. And then you get this little snowman drilled top to bottom in glass, the little lampwork snowman. And then you get a lampwork Santa. Like, how can you resist? You get the little lampwork Christmas tree. You get the the check glass Christmas trees. You get 3 in green, 3 in red. And you get these little kind of cross-hatched tile beads.
They remind me of presents.
Yeah, like look at that. They're so cool. Let me show you the kind of the shape on those.
Either that or candy, like that Christmas
And
candy
look,
that gets stuck in your teeth.
yeah,
It tastes so weird.
you bite into it and it kind of sinks into your teeth and then you get your jaw stuck.
What is that green flavor supposed to be?
I don't know.
Is it like
I haven't
pineapple
had them in
flavor?
I haven't had them in so long, but I know
used-
it's you know exactly what you're talking about.
We used to we would ration the candy out, and that would always be the last thing to go.
Was that
And you had to be like desperate
It's
to
like
eat this hard candy.
like a ribbon candy type stuff.
It was so weird, and I can still taste it. And it's like, is this supposed to be lime?
Yeah, like what is it?
It's like somebody
It's like
made
pistachio. Like what is the weird?
It was so weird, and it tasted like oddly chemically.
Of course.
And then
It
like
looked chemically
they
like
didn't use like real sugar. They used like saccharose or something, some weird.
You get this Lamborg bead as well. That's like little decorations. You get these little bows. Tie up your little Christmas in a bow. Then you get this whole strand of check glass faceted around. This green with this sparkly AB finish on it. Like look at that. Like that's sparkling on camera. In outside of the camera, it's like blinding. It's beautiful and kitschy. I love it.
It reminds me of the lights twinkling.
Yeah. And then you get the red, the deep red, beautiful check glass, vintage check. And then you get this furnace glass.
I don't know how he did that.
Furnace glass, hand-picked in green, red, and white.
Is that the David Christensen?
I don't know if that is or not.
Let me see. I can tell.
This is I can tell.
I think it is.
I think it was. I think I remember. So you're getting that as well. You'll get a sample bag of that. Each one's a little different because we hand-picked them out. That alone is a nice little bit off of that. So
he used to sell that. He would sell it by, was it by the ounce?
It was by the ounce. Or gram. It was by the gram because we had to do grams and then convert them to ounces at one point because we didn't have a gram scale.
So when he was at the shows, the line to get his stuff would wrap around. And so at first we complained because it was like blocking the front of the booth because he had to weigh out everything. And people would pick like one at a time. And there was like a truckload of this stuff. And it's done in like a Venetian glass process where they do the layering of canes and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a very traditional glass blowing technique that they did, in a furnace. This isn't lamp work. This is done in what they call a glory hole, not that kind, y'all. If you watch Blown Away,
mm-hmm.
then it's kind of like that. But anyway, so the line would stretch around. At first, we complained or getting kind of exasperated because there's all these people waiting in line to check out, and it's always, I like to root for people, but I also like to make money.
Right.
Then what we realized is that people would get so bored waiting in line that people who probably wouldn't have stopped at your booth ended up being forced
at some point to be by
to stand in front of your booth, and they started looking out of curiosity. And so
sometimes that works out.
We used to request to be near him.
Somewhere near him. So that's CK74. I have some emails for that. I don't think I have 3 yet. So it's $23.25 for all of that, which is it was $31, everybody.
And even that, if that's.
And if you know us, we price our kits well to begin with. We don't expect to have a lot of them to put on sale.
No, we never. A lot of the kits were never intended to be on sale.
No. Sometimes we would take them out of the sale collection, but now they're on sale.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're on sale.
Last chance, y'all.
Yep. I think I got one of those left, everybody. If you're on the fence, send that email in. I got at least two emails so far for it.
I think those ones are so cute.
The wooden ones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they look like your child brought you an ornament home. Kitschy. I love it. Okay, so that was CK74. Let's go on to CK75. This is like the deluxe Christmas kit.
Boy.
The Big Mama Jama.
Stuff.
Huh?
Double stuff.
It even jingles like.
When I talk about double stuff, it's from the double stuffed crust.
I always think of Oreos, double stuffed Oreos.
That too. I could eat that right now.
I know.
Now
Okay.
said it.
So this was $32. It's now $24.
That's a great deal. Look how big the pile.
Look at the pile. This giant toggle from the Allegory of Fine Pewter collection. I don't know if this is $4 or $6. It should be more anyway, but this is not a cheap date as it is. And you get that in the antique gold. You get these gold-plated, Hamilton gold-plated plastic, vintage plastic.
So it's metal on the plastic.
Yes, it's metal covering the plastic, and it's super light that way, but it has a real metallic finish that can tarnish.
Not these ones. I think these ones are coated.
Oh, are they coated?
Some of them, depending on what you get, some of those will oxidize.
Yeah, these ones have not, and so they probably are coated. Again, only one of these. This is only one of this kit available, CK75. These strands are gigantic.
Look at it sparkling in my eye.
Look at that. So you get the red.
That
and
cranberry red.
I just want you to notice as I'm going across how long this is, and it's doubled.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that. Look at that. So let me wrap this up to try and fit it in here.
That cyan color.
And then you have the green strand, which
the
is
sister friend.
The sister friend. Sister strand in this green.
The red seems more sparkly.
I think the red is a little, well, it depends.
I mean, that's sparkly, but it seemed like that red.
On camera, I think this one looks more sparkly.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I feel like.
They both sparkly.
They both sparkly, real sparkly. And then you get this strand.
Holy smokes, sparkle.
Of the gold sparkle drops. I know, it's under this light, it's really bright.
It's blinding.
It's, yeah, like, whew.
You'd be popular, you wear that one.
And then there you have the gold drops.
Isn't that fun?
And then you get the vintage resin.
It's a vintage, that's from Heather from a long time ago.
So you get those. Our penny's getting buried here. You get this strand of just, hey, let's throw in some clear matte crystal and AB finish.
That's not one AB. That's called AB times 2.
AB2, 2AB. So you get that, and then these are so fun. These look like almost like cranberries that you'd eat at Christmas on this side, but then you got the green. Do not eat the beads.
Those are glass.
Yeah, they're glass, and you get a bunch of them here.
Vintage.
And then you get these vintage glass beads, the green and white.
Are those glass or are those?
Huh? These are glass too.
Oh, are you sure?
These? Or are they stone? They may be stone.
This dyed jade.
Oh, okay, dyed jade.
But
Sorry.
they did it in a weird way.
Yeah, they just dyed
like spots.
And then you get the shell, or mother of pearl beads, and the holes on these. There you can see it. There it is in coin beads. So $24 for all of that. Even if you're not going to, like, this by itself would be great in your collection. These would be great in your collection by themselves. You get a giant toggle. These are fun little, look like berries for your collection. Like this, even with just some black, or like black and silver and a hint of this on a bracelet or something. Like, you don't have to use this together like this.
No.
you can use these all separately. They're just a great thing to add to your collection. And if you don't think this 8, 16, 24, if you don't think these are worth $8 each, you're crazy. So you're paying for that with like this, like this and this. There's the kit. The rest of this is free. So
Bonus.
huh?
Bonus.
Bonus. So CK75. Sandra says, hey, y'all, just finished work. Oh, you're working late tonight. You're on our coast.
She took her sweet pea to the vet today.
Oh.
Maybe catching up on work after that.
Oh, is Sweet Pea okay? I hope everything's okay. I hope it was an okay visit. Sandra says, have I missed a lot? You unfortunately have missed about 25 kits. 25 kits, but you did not miss Andrew doing the Kumihimo. So that's coming up.
Maybe. You're getting wore out.
He says, maybe. He says, maybe not. You might have to wait till tomorrow.
I was worried that Blue wouldn't have time to check.
For all those you waiting for the Kumihimo, Andrew's like, nah.
I know, right?
People staying up for it. He's like, tomorrow.
Who's staying up for it?
I don't know. Is there anyone particularly waiting for the Kumihimo? Like that's your main obsession to be here today? CK76. Whoa. Whoa. That was a Blossom Joey. Whoa. CK76, $20 down to $15. This kit, $15. It hurts sometimes. Sandra says, we don't know. Maybe full-blown diabetes at age 3. Oh, I'm waiting on blood work. I hope not. Well, I hope it's nothing bad. I hope it works out. That's hard. I've never really thought about a cat having diabetes. So here you go. You got these little Lamport glass snowmen with their little top hats. Then you get these.
Look at us being on time for Christmas.
I know, because we're using last year's stuff. It's one way to be on time. These are fiber optic beads. Fiber optic beads. Barnaby, where are you going, buddy? Hi. I know, I want to see you too, but we got to wait a little bit. So these are these. No, this isn't. This is selenite. I'm sorry. These are not fiber optic beads. This is selenite. Actual selenite. I'm holding this. I'm like, that's not. So that's actual selenite stone, gemstone. Then you get these gem cut rondelles in this lovely, lovely color. And then these are ceramic or glass. Glass.
That's a vintage Japanese glass.
Vintage Japanese glass.
They came in 3 colors, white, yellow, and blue. And I had to wrestle somebody to get those. And they came in strands of like 72 inches. They were crazy long.
So you get those. Sandra says, I pray not. Fuzzy had diabetes, and I had to give shots. It was expensive, too. Aww. Michelle says, our cat had diabetes. We had to give him insulin, but he lived to 16 years. That's a long time. Sally says, I will have YouTube on during Kumihimo, but I'll probably fall asleep and watch it later. So let's see. Where am I at? So then we have these, I think these are check glass in white. You don't see white very often, right? Like white. And then you get this mother of pearl Christmas tree bead, and that's drilled across the top. And then you get 2 sizes of these mother of pearl coin beads. And just look how beautiful those are. There are 3 of this kit available only. CK76. And it's $15. Like, you don't think that's worth $15? Look at all that. Look at all that. Lots of good stuff.
Winter Wonderland up in here.
Definitely, this is from the Winter Wonderland collection, CK76. I love it. I love this pearly colors.
You get a jump start on the holidays.
Yeah, get your jump start on holidays. Why not, right? Whoa. Did it again. Throwing that vintage Japanese glass around. It's pretty sturdy, y'all.
Yeah, I'm surprised that didn't sell out the first one.
I think we did so many Winter Wonderlands that it just, you can only buy so many before your Winter Wonderlanded out. But at these prices, stock up. This one, very pretty.
Oh, I love this one.
Very pretty. 3 of these available. CK77.
This is the one that I was mentioning. Remember?
Says I was already talking about this one.
I was thinking about it hard. So I love that pink and copper combination. And when you heat the metal...
This is the Egyptian, right?
That's Egyptian crystal.
Yeah, these are Egyptian crystal drops.
You don't think of Egypt as being a place with crystal, but they specialize in perfume bottles in Egypt, and they have a huge market, and it's actually more sparkly than S-word crystal.
And look at those. I'm getting my fingerprints all over them, turning them, but those are beautiful crystals. So you get those. You get this nice kind of burnt amber faceted check glass beads. You get I love these. They're that kind of gold backed
that's copper, rose gold.
Copper backed pink. It's so nice. Pink glass.
Rose gold.
Rose gold. And then you get...
They put the copper and the gold to make that color.
So there you go. Copper and gold. And then...
He's like, we got it.
And then you get this strand and this beautiful strand. I hate how these pinks aren't coming out on the camera. They never do. But it looks orangey, but these are beautiful pink. Color. Then these textured copper little balls.
That's brushed copper. And then the one, it's called Stardust, and so they attach it's like a spray gun almost. Is that?
Looks like it. And
then they also shoot some with to make that texture.
It looks like almost like orange peel enamel.
And that one,
that's the brushed.
They take steel and they like steel bristles, and then they scrub the beads, and it creates that shine and sparkle wherever.
And then you get these. I think these are S-word crystal pearls. And then you get the lovebird toggle from Allegory Gallery Fine Pewter, or pendant, I mean, or charm. And then you get this little, maybe a dove, little bird.
That's one of my favorites.
This is from the Allegory Gallery Fine Pewter as well. Only $21, CK77. 3 of them available. First come, first serve. We're holding this open until Saturday night. You can get this sale price till Saturday night on whatever remains. So please feel free to rewatch this and claim all the way through Saturday night, because there are still some available. I know some have sold completely out so far tonight. Been trying to keep track of the emails, but I know there are some still available. Oops. There it goes. And then CK78. There's only one of these. CK78. Oh, I forgot
that's
about
pretty
these
good.
strands. I forgot about these strands. Oh, I love this one. So first, you're getting S-word crystal, which we've already said. That's like, that's the half price of that kit right now. $12 for those, $6 each. S-word crystal, faceted drops. Then you get the flower toggle from the Allegory Gallery Fine Pewter Collection.
That's one of my favorite toggles.
Then you get these.
Just that mix and match.
Vintage check glass, mix and match, all different shades of kind of pink and peachy colors, all the way up to this beautiful kind of magenta, burgundy color.
Very licious.
Very licious. Then, this is one of my very favorite strands.
Antique.
Antique. I want you to see how that's faceted in triangles there on the side. So these are, they're pretty large whole beads to begin with. And they're kind of like a pony bead that's been faceted.
You don't see that shape anymore.
No. We have not seen this. Well, these are antique since then. But isn't that a fun shape? It grabs just enough light to give you a flash with that silver core. They're also silver cored. I don't know if you're seeing that. So you get silver core with that pink, which we've already said it takes gold to make the pink. And then they're faceted and large hole. Like, what more do you want?
It's like all the things.
It's like all the things people request from us. And then you get these, which are the fiber optic beads.
Like a watermelon color.
Beautiful, that watermelon pink. And then these opaline. Opaline? Like a pink.
Rosewater.
Rosewater opaline. Yeah, these are deep color glass. Opalescent glass.
I love those. I love
beautiful. Michelle says CK78 would be great for leather. Yeah, it'd be beautiful with a brown leather, right? Stunning. Only one available. Oh, there you go. The ones you all didn't pick for Andrew's project.
What love language is that?
That's like the perfect. You need some silk strands to go with this kit. If you buy it, let us know. We can sell you some of those silk strands too.
For $250.
Dude, no, they're more than $250. They're $6. $6.
Oh, well, I'm working on $19.95.
Yeah, you are. All right, everybody, we've got 2 more kits to go. It looks like we've got a few requests for CK78, so that one's sold out. Somebody got it. Thank you all. I'll let you all know probably tomorrow night or tomorrow during the day. I'll be doing the first round of spreadsheets for these. Like I said, you can claim all the way through Saturday night on this video. All right, CK79. This is a beautiful kit too. If you like browns and you're looking for something to do with brown, this is lovely. Probably inspired by some labradorite too. So you're going to get these little kind of check glass feathers in this amber with an AB finish. And then you get these check glass droops in a slightly lighter color with an AB finish. And then in a darker color, you're going to get these faceted round vintage check glass beads with the AB finish. And then you're going to get, these are all, and if you've noticed, these are all matte. These are all matte. And then you're going to get a non-matte, a transparent strand of faceted check glass with an AB finish. And again, there's only 2 of these at $18 each only. You get 2 labradorite ovals. This is real labradorite beads, or these are real labradorite beads. And then you're getting these labradorite faceted coins. Look at them shining. Look at them shining in my eye. So you get 6 of those. Cheryl says, I have this kit and it's gorgeous. Thank you, Cheryl. Yes, I love this kit. I love these colors. Again, it was $24. You're getting this for only $18. This beautiful labradorite here, I know that strand was expensive. Look at that flash. There's beautiful flash on these. And then you're going to get the eye toggle from the Allegory Gallery Fine Pewter Collection in antique silver. Nice little eye toggle. It's a lightweight toggle. And then you're going to get, again, this little dove or this little flying bird from the Allegory Gallery Fine Pewter. The hole in this goes front to back, by the way. All right, so it would sit on there, or top to bottom, but it's from head to tail. Let's say that on the bird. All right, so
from head to tail.
Head to tail. 79. CK 79 was $24. 25% off for this week. It ends Saturday night. That's the last you can claim on any of these kits. So if you're waiting, to pay your credit card, or you're waiting for your paycheck, or we get all the, like, I'm waiting to pay it off. At the end of this week, you got until Saturday to claim these CK79. $24 down to $18. Only 2 of these available. That's a yummy, yummy kit. I almost lost one of those very expensive labradorite coins.
Reabsorbed into the stash.
I know. Andrew's going to get it back faster than he thought. All right. And lastly tonight, CK80. CK80, the least expensive kit, I think, of the entire evening. $6.75.
What?
I know. It was $9. $6. This is a no-brainer because these...
It can't be.
These alone, we talked about these being expensive before. These alone are antique glass beads. And then you get these. Aren't those beautiful?
How come it's so cheap?
It was only.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I know. It was only $9. I told you this is an old kit. This came from the back stock, apparently. But
how did that not sell out?
I don't know.
Because that strand, that one strand is worth that.
This here, yeah. This is worth $6.75. So you get that strand, you get this strand. Let's see if I can get those. Beautiful. You get this check glass flower. You get this check glass. We imported these beads. These are expensive. A whole strand of these beads is about $22.50 to $26.50, depending on the color and style. We imported these directly because no one here in the country had them when we got them. So you get one of those, $6.75. That's not even worth thinking about. Just send us an email. He's like, I don't know why you did that. That's the end of the kits tonight. So I wanted to give you a bonus at the end. $6.75.
He sure did.
He sure did. Andrew's like, he's like
$12.
He's like, I wouldn't have done that.
Usually I'm the generous one.
And he's back here like, why did you do that?
I got a trip to pay for. We're not going to pay for the trip that way.
All right.
They have just bought some enamels on the marketplace, so we got to hustle and make some money. His eyes got big.
They sure did, because we're already hustling to make that money.
Okay, take that fabric away.
Okay. Andrew's going to come over and do some Kumihimoing with you all.
Do y'all know where that came from? We went on a trip to Providence, Rhode Island, and we stayed at this Airbnb, and the guy was super nice. He's this yogi.
And a ceramicist.
Yeah, he's super nice. And then in the nighttime, he'd make that sound. We're like, what is going on?
What is he doing in his room?
I know. We're like, I'm scared. But then we found out it was like some deep breathing technique.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. So I finished up the Kumihimo cord. And this is what that looked like.
That's looking good. That looks
so
really
there's a
good.
little bit extra on this side, and that's because some of the strands get a little bit shorter, and I don't like to mess around with trying to finagle those last little bits. So you do have a little bit of waste, but if you do, you could make, a fun little
tassel.
Make something fun out of that. So what I did was, before this video, I put glue in this end here. All right. And I'm going to show how I do that. Normally, I would use a fabric glue, but the fabric glue that William brought,
Got dried out.
Yeah, and I was going to show it, but I already threw it away. And I guess, can you pull that out? It's right on the top. So this is a fabric glue. Fabri-Tac permanent adhesive.
So that's what you should use, or something like that.
There's also tacky glue and other versions of that. That one I like because it's clear and it dries clear. Some of them, they're white and it kind of looks funny. And then there's ones that are white that dry clear. You're going to want an adhesive that dries clear. Otherwise, it's going to look like somebody sneezed on your project or something. So
that's a really pretty color combination it came out as.
Thanks. I tried hard. So I like it. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like a starburst.
Sorbet colors.
All right. So one thing that I did not do is sometimes, I don't know if you can see that or not, there's a little hair, and it's not a hair. So the column silk, the column stitch silk, they have a thread that they use to hold the column shut. So sometimes when you're kumihimoing, that can come loose. Do not pull. Do not pull, because it is not good to do that. So instead, get a very sharp pair of scissors and trim it close. Now make sure you don't trim and cut into your main cord, because if you do, then that's going to be the sad times.
Very bad too.
Then it comes apart. It's not the end of the world, but so I left that on purpose so that you could see. So on this side, I already added the glue, and on this side, I did not add the glue. And so the way that I do it, usually if you've got a point on it, you can kind of nuzzle in that tip. And I would not recommend using this, but that's what I got. So that's what we're going to use. This is Mod Podge. This is a hard curing one. So don't use this unless you do it like how I'm doing it, where it's not fully set up. The reason why you want to use a fabric glue is because when it dries relatively flexible. If you use a glue that dries super hard, or an epoxy, then it's harder to work with, because it can chip and it crack and all kinds of stuff like that. So since I don't have a nozzle on my tip, or I don't have a tip on this container, I'm going to take this little sculpting tool, but you could use a shish kebab skewer, whatever you've got on hand, and then put it in there like so. I don't know if you can see that. And you're going to work it into the fibers. So you don't want, if you just put it on the top, that's no good. Because what's going to happen is when you cut into that, then the strands in the middle are going to come loose. And then you're going to be like, well, that sucks. It's not the end of the world, but again, it's just easier if you do it this way, the way I'm showing you. Do what I say, y'all. That's a different channel. So I'm taking this tip and I'm working the glue into the fibers. And that way it's completely saturated. And I'm sure you could do something else. You can use different stuff. Some people don't mess with this. I like this. This is the way that I do it because I don't like to mess with all these little fraying bits. And I like everything to stay together. And I don't like things to come apart. So that's why I do this. If you've got a different method, that's up to you. William, can you get me those cones?
They should be right beside you. All manner of cones.
So can you take them out? These ones may be a little bit too big. I've got some at the cottage. Yeah, these are too big. And so you just want to make sure that it's fully adhered and it's impregnated with the glue. And if you can see light, then you know through the ends, then you know you didn't add enough glue. All right. So you just keep adding it until it's fully saturated and the tip is covered. All right. I'm going to set this off to the side to dry. You want to make sure that this tip is dry, dry, dry. If you try to mess with this when it's wet, you're going to have the deep regret because it makes a mess. And I know this from experience because I was impatient when I was working on a project and it made a mess. So I'm not gonna. I don't like a mess when I mean, I make plenty messes on my own without making extra. And then before this dries, I'm going to wipe this off. All right. And then the next thing that I'm going to do is I've got these super sharp cutters, and I'm going to go close to the tip where the knot is. I don't know if you can see that or not. And then I'm going to trim it. Now, it should, if you've done your job correctly and the glue permeates the end, it will all be together. It's not going to come apart. All right. So I don't know if you can see that. It's all it looks yuck, but this is going to be hidden. So you don't have to worry.
They just stay together.
It's so that they don't come apart. So, I can kind of feel it. This is a loose one, so I'm going to do a variation on this really fast. But so let me not get glue all over his desk.
Yeah, don't do that.
And so with the synthetic fiber, you can take a lighter and hit it. This is natural silk. This will not melt into each other. This will catch on fire and burn. You do not want to do that. I know some people will do that to clean up threads and stuff sometimes.
Jen does it in her tutorials sometimes.
Yeah.
It's always with synthetic.
Yeah, that's how you seal up the edge on this. So because we can't, because this is a natural fiber, this is not going to melt together. So that's why we did the glue. Now I've got some 22 gauge. I like to use a little bit heavier, but that's what we got, so that's what we're going to use. So this is 22 gauge. I'm going to cut off maybe 6 inches of this. And then, so this is a technique that, depending on how much glue and what kind of glue you use, generally speaking, what I will do is I'll take the end of this and I'll push it through And if this is hardened and it won't push through, you can get an awl or a safety pin and stab it, and that'll make a channel that you can slip the wire in. But because this isn't, I have my reservations about this holding, so I'm going to do this in a slightly different way than that. But generally speaking, especially if you're working with a synthetic, what I would do is push it through the middle of this, and then you can wire wrap around it, and that will create a really solid bond between that and the clasp. You want to make sure that you have a really good bond so it doesn't come apart, and then you no longer have a necklace because it fell off in when you're jogging down the street. I don't know what you're doing. All right. So the thing that I'm going to do is with the variation on this is I've got some round nose pliers and some chain nose pliers. And I'm going to come in about 2 inches or so. And I'm going to make this loop, depending on where you make your loop, if you make it closer to the tip, it will make a smaller loop. If you make it closer to the base, you will have a larger loop. Because this is a larger shape, I'm going to want to use that's closer to the hand. So I'm going to put this in closer to the hand, and I'm just going to bend it up like so. All right. I'm just making a U shape like that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in here like so. And I'm going to make sure that the long one is shaped here and the short one is on this side. And you're going to be like, why? And the reason why is that if you do it over here, then the wire creeps down here. And if you're trying to hide that underneath a bead on a cone, you won't be able to hide it. So take this and wrap it around. You can use your fingers, but when you get close to the end, I use my tools because I don't like bloody fingers. So I'm going to move this in. Before I completely wrap this in, I'm going to take this tip and bend it in and try to insert it so it's in the middle of the cord. If it works, it works. If it doesn't and starts pulling apart your end, skip it and just wrap it around real tight. And I'm actually going to do that because I don't want this to come apart, because I want this to be a really nice, smooth, even coil. And I don't want this flaring, because if it flares at the end, what's going to happen is it's not going to sit inside the cone nice and smooth. All right. So we're getting a little bit of flaring, but not detrimental just quite yet. So I'm going to gently wrap this around, aka firmly.
Now, could you re-glue that now?
You could. And I'm gonna put it kind of like this. I don't know if you can see that or not. All right. So that kind of looks a little rough, but and you can press the wire down more firmly. So this should be real firm. That's a real firm connection. All right. So this bead cone is part of the AG Fine Pure line. If you're working with a braided sari silk, recycled sari silk ribbon, like this flavor, where it's Kumihimo, it would make a thicker rope, and that would be more appropriate for this size of a cone. I would use a smaller cone. I don't think I have the other cone. This is, if you had multiple strands, you could do multiple strands through this. But right now I'm just going to demonstrate, and then you can pick a cone that is the right size. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to push this up through the cone. You just have to picture it, imagine it in your mind that I have a smaller cone, and it's going to cover your glue and your wire. If it does not cover your glue and wire, you can either trim it, or you can kind of figure it out where it will cover it. Now, like I said, if you need to like double stuff this and like get, you could do like several cords can fit in there, and then you can have a really pretty, like, multi-strand event on your neck. Um, but generally speaking, I would use a smaller cone for this. All right. And then all you have to do is wire wrap it. If you want to be extra careful, what you can also do is take a bead and put that in there. Put that in there, right there. And that's going to cover up the tip on that cone so you don't have a big gap. You don't want the wire to kind of like be like hanging out and floating around and going around town or whatever. So then you take your round nose pliers. I'm going to go up probably about an inch or so, an inch and a half, and roll this over. And I'm going to keep rolling. I'm going to take it out and roll it some more. This is going to give a nice kind of multi-wrap loop. I'm going to hold this stationary and then I'm going to wrap this around. This is a messy wrap, so if you want to do it more kind of business, like more tightly coiled, then you can do that. You can do however you want. Everybody wire wraps differently. This is how I wire wrap. And I'm going to wrap that around. And then before I get to the end, I'm going to turn this little tip in so that when I go and wrap this around, it's going to want to nestle in nice and good instead of kind of sticking out and jabbing me in the neck bone. And then you don't want to get the neck bone jab.
Neck bone jabs.
Correct. Nobody likes their neck bone jab. All right. And then I'm going to tuck this in. Bingo, bingo. Done and done. All right. So you have this nice clean wrap at the end. It's a little bit thicker because I've doubled it up. So it's kind of nice. If you want to make sure that these loops are even, because this is on a tapered cone, this mandrel is a tapered cone. One loop is going to be smaller than the other. And the way that you can combat that is after you've made your loop and you've wrapped it up, then you turn this around. So this was originally like this. I'm going to turn this around like this and then gently twist it like this, and it will even up the size of the loop. What? So there you go. So that's that. And then you can take, can you hand me one of those toggles? There's a bunch of coppered. Okay. So we have a variety of different toggles in the AG Fine Pewter. I love this kind of copper, anti-copper color. There's this twisted one. There's this horse running through the loop. Maybe like a pony jumping through the hoops. Is that a thing? They make the pony jump through the hoop? It is now. All right.
Jumps over the bars, maybe.
And there's this kind of swirly gig. Kind of got a Celtic-y vibe. You got this little wood knot. It's either a wood knot or a kind of really short snake.
Yeah, I think it's a snake.
I think it's wood. We're going to go with wood. And then you have this beautiful hammered one. And then you just take a jump ring and add that on. Easy peasy. Now, if you wanted to, you could attach it to this. The reason why I don't always like to have my attachments directly on there is because if you want to have to change this out, this is in theory all going to be together. Now, another trick that I'll do is when I'm doing like a cone like this, sometimes what I'll do is I'll put a dab of Loctite or super glue on the tip and then insert it into the cone, and then this is not going to come out. So the wire is one point of attachment. The glue is a chemical bond that keeps it together. That's another point of attachment. And this is all one. It becomes one. It becomes married. It's going to be together forever. No separation, no divorce. Correct. Correct. The Spice Girls flavor.
Forever with you.
And if you want to take this apart later, it's going to be kind of a headache. So, because what you have to do is then you have to like dissolve the glue or
People come in for repairs asking if we can do that. We're like, no.
I can do it,
Are we going
but
to?
it is a pain in the butt to do that. So I like to have this part like that. So what I'll do is I'll insert the tip, put a little bit of glue, wiggle it around, let it permeate and marry to the sides of this, and then attach this like that with a jump ring. And so if it fails, it won't be cut because of this. It'll be because you got in a fight and somebody pulled it off your neck. I don't know what y'all doing.
Maybe you went dancing and somebody elbowed it off of you. That happened to me once.
Wow, this is not gonna come apart here. So there you go. So that's how you finish that off. And I don't know. There's a jump ring somewhere on here. Let me see. And what I would use is I would use actually a steel jump ring that's copper plated. Normally, I suggest using like a full copper, but steel is a much harder metal, so it's going to hold up a lot more securely. Um, this is not that, but we're going to use the power of our imagination to imagine that instead of gunmetal, it's going to be copper. Now, when you have a ring, a jump ring, to open and close, is super easy. You hold one side stationary, and then you pivot the other side like that. You don't want to pull your jump rings apart. If you pull your jump rings apart, it creates a weak spot and will also distort the shape, and then to get that shape to be round is hard. So don't do that. And also, I'd probably not use Renault's pliers to do that, but whatever. That's what we got. All right, there you go. So this side is still drying up. I can still see the glue. So I'm not going to do this. I'm going to wait until it's completely dry and then trim it. Because otherwise, sadness, infinite sadness. Nobody wants it. All right, there you go. Done.
Ta-da!
Ta-da! Okay, bye.
All right, y'all. Thank you for tuning in. We hope you like the kits and Kumihimo tonight.
Kits and Kumihimo.
Andrew's going to have something, maybe more kits. There's a few more hanging out around here, maybe tomorrow.
Maybe. We'll see.
We'll see what happens. But we'll see you all back tomorrow.
I'm going to cut this off right quick.
You can't handle it.
And it's too big. It's not the right proportion.
All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. Have a great night. Thanks for hanging out late night. If you like these late nights, comment and let us know, and maybe we'll do more because we're usually awake anyway.
I know. It's like I have more energy on. Maybe you've noticed my eyes are open. I know. I have a low budget headache. Low grade.
Yeah. But we're going to get some food now. Thank you all. Have a great evening.
All right. See ya.